All right, and we are live. Welcome to Warwatch Intel. We're going to give it a few minutes to let some people come in here. Usually takes about, 2-3 minutes.
We
Hopefully
are
people get that
officially
notification.
live on that. Got that notification. Let's go.
Perfect. I was thinking about making a poll question. Did you like the stream? And there's only one answer is yes. There's no no. Only one answer on a poll question. Jeremy, welcome in. Jeff, welcome in.
Answer 1 should be yes. Answer 2 should be hell yes. And answer 3 should be Frost, why are you not on my screen more?
There we go.
Let the people speak.
Just out. Frost, hello. Hey, welcome in. We're going to do a little Monday tracking session, talk about the news, catch up with the EAMs that are happening. We've had, 4 in the last hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah, communications have picked up over the last 24 hours, Zulu. We've had B-52s in Spain, the Mediterranean, flying all the way through down to Bahrain, where they did a flyby at the Dubai Air Show, I believe it was, and then back up the Strait of Hormuz out of the area. We've got the Ford down in Venezuela. We've got the Nimitz in the South China Sea. It's boiling all over the place, man. It is hot. The sparks are flying. I don't know how the wick isn't lit yet.
Right? Tim says, hit that like button if you're on your way in, everyone. Thanks,
Took
Tim.
the words right out of my mouth.
Okay, as we're getting set up here, we are listening to 89902 in the background. I've got Skyglass open. Swiller, are you using ADSB tonight?
Yeah, I got ADSB firing up right now. As a matter of fact, I was just pressing the buttons on my end to get that moving and going. Oh, there is one thing on ADSB, Frost, that I kind of wanted to talk about tonight, or at least have you show up on the screen. I can, whatever's easier. There are what I believe are going to be 2 towers that all of a sudden showed up on the southern part of the map. And the reason why I think they're going to be towers is because, for those familiar, we have 2 towers on ADSB that are listed out in the Atlantic. And I noticed on the Texas Mexican border, about equal distance on both sides of the border, there are the symbols for generic aircraft. And the last time I saw something like this, they were those towers out in the Atlantic there. So I'm very curious as to why they're on both sides of the border. I saw earlier today that the NASA Super Guppy was up and about, flying from the El Paso airport.
Interesting.
So I don't know if this is a NASA project of some sort or if there's other things at play, but definitely more than just immigration to watch at the southern border all of a sudden.
Thank you so much for that. We got Blind Dog leading other blind dogs. Hey, welcome in. Welcome. Hello from Denmark. Hey, welcome in. For the first time ever, we also have Fried Potatoes joining us here live. Welcome in, Fried.
Thanks. I don't know whether I should be in chat or appear on screen. It's kind of confusing.
You can just reply using your voice, whatever you want.
I know. Yeah. It's so new.
Got all the things. Let's see. I'm Just messing with stuff in the while we're waiting for friends to come in here.
Hey, Hogged. And I can actually use my voice and say, hi, Jeff and Tim. Gosh, there's so many.
Okay, if you got an alert, shout us out in chat saying like, I got the alert. Batilda 79, welcome in. Just a gaming. If you look up on NASA conference, it may show up. Awesome. Thank you so much. All righty. Okay, so we just had a whole bunch of EAMs come through. We are listening to, like I said, frequencies in the background. I've got my Yaesu FT710 in front of me, and we're listening to 89902, but we can listen to a whole bunch of stuff here. Probably this time of day, we'll stick with 89902. Man, what a crazy week. It's been a busy week for me, but there's a lot going on. Swiller and Fried, what are some of the top articles that have kind of jumps out at you in the last few days?
Fried beans, it's your first time on, and I was raised right. Ladies first.
Oh, you're too kind. You are too kind to put me right on the spot, really, is what you did.
Hey, if you want to talk back to me, I'm ready to go.
Oh, by all means, go right ahead. I'll find something interesting. Actually, no, that's not true, but you can definitely go ahead.
All right. So today, earlier in the day, I noticed that basically the whole damn VIP fleet for the Royal Saudi government was up in the air and heading west. Caught them as they just were getting feet wet into the pond. Looks like the last of their aircraft is on approach right now, coming down just between New York and Philadelphia, north of Washington, D.C. Turns out we're going to be getting the Saudis to sign the Abraham Accords from the sounds of it, but also, and a little bit more importantly, tied to our channel here, they're going to be selling the Saudis some F-35s. Lockheed's getting some oil money. You're going to sell
Up
them some
to,
F-35s?
I think it was up to 35 or 40 F-35s. Is that right?
All right. So it is. And there were some folks that were initially concerned about this. And I'll be honest with you, as soon as it hit my brain, I was like, oh man, that's kind of weird because things can happen. But we have made a special edition of the F-15. We now have the F-15EX. Um, the Saudis have their own version of the F-15 that has technology and whatnot that's just for them. So it's not unprecedented that we've done something like this. The technology that went into the Saudi F-15s is far greater than anything that any of our other allies have outside of maybe the Israelis. But keep in mind, the Israelis have their own defense industrial complex within their country that rivals the United States. And Israeli aerospace industries is one of the top notch aerospace companies in the entire world. And their modifications they've done to the F-15s, the F-16s, and even the F-35s on their own are, top notch, second to none. So giving these things over to the Saudis, while it might be, maybe a little alarming to the Israelis, makes perfect sense as far as the allies that they've been to us and what they bring to the table as far as cooperation in that part of the world.
That was a huge story. Man, a lot going on. Also, the Saudis were a little uneasy with the partnership with the United States and Israel that's been happening for the last few years. I mean, that's been going on for a while, but it seems to continue to sit uneasy with them. But this F-35 trade deal Sounds like it's going to be very lucrative for us.
Mm-hmm. Tim Harkness says it's a big deal what the UN voted on today and passed. Tim, what do you got for us? What did I miss from the UN today?
While we're waiting on Tim on that one, Trump came out and said we have lost hundreds and thousands of people per year, and much of it comes through Mexico. So just let me put this out there. I am not happy with Mexico. And also, he said he doesn't mind missiles flying into Mexico to take out cartel or drugs down there. What's Tim got for us?
And while we're waiting for Tim to get that in the chat there, speaking of the UN, we're going to tie this into being in New York. New York's Mayor Mamdani said that he is going to do what he can to get a arrest warrant issued in New York so that if the Prime Minister of Israel, Mr. Netanyahu, comes to New York, he will be promptly arrested.
Man, I you would think Netanyahu has what is that? Diplomatic immunity,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he does. I'm pretty
which
sure
trumps
that
all of that.
it's good job there, Mom Dami. Good job.
Which is funny. I just read something about New York City. What was it? We pulled up here. Um, this coming from Nick Sorter over on X. An insane 40% of those living in New York City rent-controlled homes and are foreign-born will get a 40% increase of their rent. I don't know how that works, but that's coming from Nick Sorter, who was sourcing that from Newsmax, where Stephen Miller was talking about rent going up for people that are foreign born.
That's
Interesting.
interesting.
Very interesting. I don't know how they're going to enforce that, but so do you think we'll see strikes in Mexico? Drone strikes? I doubt we'll see boots on the ground, but man, I don't know.
I mean, it's pretty risk averse because it's not like the Mexicans have an air force or really a military that can come and do anything about it. They can wave their hands, they can bitch, piss, and moan about it, they can cry to the United Nations about it and the International Court. But at the end of the day, there's not a damn thing they could do about it. So I'd say 50-50 that there's a good chance.
This coming just
Not a
days
good chance.
after,
There's an equal chance. Equal chance, sorry.
yeah, there's this coming a days after where a whole bunch of people were taking over their version of the White House over there in Mexico. A few days before that, they had fences put up, and um, people were getting through, and there's huge riots in the streets in Mexico. So, man, they got to take care of business for sure. And then what was it, Swiller? A few weeks before that, we had a political opponent. What was taken out?
Yeah, they had a mayor who was an opposition mayor of
Yeah.
one of the areas down there. But I mean, when Scheinbaum was running for president of Mexico,
Mm-hmm.
I think 28 or 32 of her competitions got unalived various ways during the election.
Very quickly.
Was it covered on our news at all? Of course
No.
not. Was it covered on War Watch Intel? Sure as hell was.
Japan scrambles jets after detecting Chinese drones operating its island just west of Taiwan. That coming from Monitor X. I Hogged Out reported that earlier in chat. Thank you so much, Hogged.
Frost, before we get too far away, Tim put in chat that the UN passed Trump's plan to secure and govern Gaza. It won strong approval at the United Nations today. I'm just kind of reading through the bullet points of an AP article right now.
Perfect.
Proposal calls it's a 20-point ceasefire plan. It establishes to be down the road a board of peace. and provides other mandates. Arab and other Muslim countries expressed interest in providing troops for an additional peace force. Russia circulated a rival resolution, abstained along with China. So they just didn't vote. So
Hmm.
cool. Looks like
There
we
we
might
go.
get some stability over there. And that's the goal, is at
Yeah.
least get people to stop unalived, stop injured, and get some peace in there and get things back to normal. And I don't
Kiki in
mean the
chat.
old normal. I mean like what's normal for you and I. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. Normal. Uh,
Yeah.
Kiki said UN voted to endorse the Board of Peace, which Trump will be the chair of. Members to be announced. Is that like a new NATO? Haven't heard of that. Thank you so much, Kiki.
That's part of the resolution.
Oh, okay.
It's yeah. So let me get back up to where that was real quick here. Authorizes international stabilization force to provide security in Gaza. Approves a transitional authority to be overseen by the Orange Dreamsicle himself, and it envisions a future possible path to an independent Palestinian state. Um, the proposal calls for a yet to be established Board of Peace as a traditional authority that Trump would head. Thank you, AP and Edith Lederer, for your article to help bring me up to speed.
Meg updates today on X was talking about a lockdown that was declared across Bangladesh. They're having quite the uprising happening over there as well. So a complete lockdown in
Yeah,
Bangladesh.
you know what's going on over there, bro?
No,
So the
I'm having to
former,
focus in on like certain areas, but some of that stuff like that happens in Bangladesh, and totally going over my head.
I just happened to catch an article on the Google News while I was getting ready for work this morning, and the former president or prime minister, geez Louise, former president or prime minister, whatever the title of that country is over there,
Mm-hmm.
she was sentenced to death for crimes against humanity.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah, and then that pissed a bunch of people off over there.
people were in the streets.
Yeah, no, Bangladesh is like the El Salvador of India, man. It's very cutthroat, very dangerous, very not cartelly, right? But like the
Right.
gangs over there are similar, the way they run things.
Blind dogs leading other blind dogs says, and drones in Denmark today also. Do they know
There
where those
were a
drones
couple
came from? Go
there were
ahead.
a couple places in Europe that had drones today, wasn't there?
Mm-hmm. There was an
I,
airport shut down again because of unknown drones in the area.
Oh wow.
and then in Poland,
Mm-hmm.
this is the one that I've been following a lot today. The one in Poland with the railway
Yeah,
and the sabotage. I
a
just
lot
feel
of.
like there's really a lot of fronts right now and so
Mm-hmm.
many areas, and I can't keep up. It almost feels like.
Maybe some of that's on purpose. Um,
Absolutely.
People jumped pretty quick to point the fingers towards Russia on that attack that happened on the rail yard. Let's see here. So, with a Uno reverse card, Trump on the E files is what I'm going to call them for right now. The E
Mhm.
files. He pulled the Uno reverse card and
Hold
was
on a
like,
second,
"Hey,
Frost. Hold on. If we're going to talk about this, okay.
yeah, there you go."
Continue.
With the E files, Trump was like, "Hey, Uno reverse card, do you want the names released? Well, I'll tell Pam Bondi to release all the names as long as they can vote on it." So interesting what's going on there. We'll see. I don't know if names have been taken out, removed, added, what's going on. But I will tell you personally, not to get too involved into this, but personally, I don't care left, right, whoever's on there, hold accountable whoever the heck is in that book.
Absolutely.
So I'll tell
Um,
you, I was listening to Eric Erickson on the way home from work today,
yeah.
and I'm going to say this kind of quietly, but a couple of the names that are being floated around are Hakeem Jeffries being on the list,
Okay.
and a person by the name of Pam Slotky. I might be having that last name wrong. It's close to that. She was the prosecutor for the U.S. Virgin Islands, and she is suspected of covering up a lot of what was reported about the E-Man down there and having a real right hand going on. So, about to see some sparks hit the fan here. I think some Democrats' heads is about to. I think some Skittles is about to melt,
Yeah.
as I like to say.
I think this is going to be a left and a right issue. Not as an issue, but like take down people left, right, and all over the world. I think this book, if true, had people from foreign governments, leaders, politicians, CEOs, VIPs, you name it.
Yeah, it went deep.
Um, and with all this big money, you really have to. And I'm not just talking about like T-Man here. I'm talking about with when you have VIPs, CEOs, people in the power. Um, be on the watch for a huge distraction. I mean, like go to war over here, or this pops up, and now this is the next big thing, or tactical nuke in Ukraine. Like, be on the lookout for something major to distract us from all of this, because especially here in the United States, and me myself included, um, whatever happened 2 weeks ago is 2 weeks ago, and whatever's in your face right now, if it's out of the news cycle, it's out of the news cycle. So be on the lookout for that.
I noticed Lamb just popped in
Hey,
the
Lamb,
chat
welcome in.
there. And I got to looking over at the other side of my screen and notice we got 73 people in here watching. So I'm going to take a quick moment to cover some admin business.
Perfect.
If y'all are new around here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Get the latest updates from the channel when we go live, when we do polls and post stuff. Make sure you smash that thumbs up like button for us. Hit the bell notification icon while you're down there hitting all those buttons that make the good things happen. And don't forget to share the stream on your social medias. We appreciate when you do that, be it on the Facebook or the X, or hell, even throw it up there on MySpace if that thing still exists. We absolutely appreciate it. Whether it's a like, a subscribe, a super chat, whether it's somebody joining the Recon crew, we appreciate all the support you guys have given us over the last, what are we at now, Frost? 14, 15 months, something like that. We've been kicking
I
around
lost
here.
count. I
Yeah,
lost count. I really did.
it's definitely been a fun ride and building a fun community. Speaking of community, we have one of the best Discords in Discord, one of the best Discord servers in Discord, I should say. We appreciate it if you would join us over there. And then we got a couple of other channels here. I just dropped my channel down into the chat, Intel Stack, part of the family here at the Warwatch Intel family. We deep dive over there. I go live every once in a while, do a little on the spot deep dive into anything that's going on and whatnot. So make sure you head over to my channel after the stream is done. Give me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Make sure you hit the bell notification icon when you're over there so you know when I go live and drop new videos. I have got a video coming up on NORAD here pretty soon, and then I've got a follow on about all the different pieces of NORAD. So we
That's
got a
super
nice little
awesome.
video series. I got to record some audio as soon as I get some time in between work and family. You all know how that goes. I can't wait to bring it to y'all. And we've also got Mindshift. I know over on the TikTok and I believe here on the YouTubes as well. Great motivational pieces over there. Sometimes you'll get fried potatoes that just saying the right thing at the right time to get you through your day. So make sure you check out Mindshift as well.
I check those out in the morning, and they're very motivating and a great way to start my day. So, uh,
Absolutely.
great job, both of you, on both all the things that you guys are doing as well outside of this channel. Our family, our Intel family, and our Mindshift family is growing. Um, real quick before we get
Yes.
into planes, let's
Dana Gary,
see.
thank you very much. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad to have you.
Hey, welcome in. Here in Denmark, we are told Kaliningrad is preparing for a false flag for the Baltic soon. Thank you so much for that input and info. Oh, yeah, I had it over on my phone really quick. UK Defense Secretary John Stark said, warning to Russia amid submarine surge. I guess a lot of subs are coming out of Russia, so we might see a lot more P8s up soon. But Swiller, wasn't it Germany that just bought, what was it, 8 P8s?
Yeah, they just received delivery of the first of 8 of their
The
P8s,
first of
and
8.
the German chancellor put out a quote, something along the lines of, "The Russians won't be able to leave the north without us knowing about it."
And that in the same week, you now have to register to what's the correct term for that? You have to register in Germany when you're 18 or older for the selective service. It's not going to be a
Yeah,
conscription yet, but just in case things
similar,
were to pop off.
similar to our selective service
Yeah,
out here.
their numbers aren't where they need to be if something were to happen. So they're trying to boost those numbers up right now. And then also, speaking of planes, we just had, what was it, 2 B-52 boomers head over towards was it the UAE or Qatar last night?
Yeah, flew down to do a little flyby at the Dubai Air Show, and just show folks that they can be anywhere they need to be called on in a short amount of time.
What a heck of a trip for a air show. Tim Harkness, did you see where did that go? The amount of P8s tonight. I don't have them on the screen right now, but holy smokes! This morning too, there's a lot of P8s coming out of Washington over Montana. Um, a lot of P8s. It was a P8 party.
Absolutely. It was this morning when I was up very early with RC. In fact, P8s and an E3 were up right out of the gate, which is not normal for us in the morning.
The morning crew,
Yeah.
the late crew, and the morning crew. The Lamb is the light. I've been to the base of NORAD as close as you can get, anyways. That's awesome, Lamb. There is an E6 right now off the coast of the Pacific, off the coast of California here. Not tracking at the moment. Must be far enough, like off the coast where he's no longer tracking, or went dark. Not sure. Got an R135. What it's on the border of Wisconsin, Minnesota, pointing towards Canada right there. Call sign top cat 62. Oh man, we got a few different things up right now. So as soon as we go live, the EAMs stop rolling in. That's
Well,
weird.
they know we wanted to go live, so they're giving us some clear airspace.
All
Man.
right. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Oh man, what are you all tracking? Everybody in chat, what are you tracking in the news right now? What concerns you the most? What's kind of setting off the alarm bells or your preparedness level at home? What are you seeing? What's up, you guys? I stumbled upon your channel about a week ago, and I've been glued to it ever since. Great channel. You guys are doing an awesome job. Hey, thank you so much. Did you run into us on the 24/7 stream? I'm glad to have you. Thank you so much. Let me check my filters here really quick.
You know what? I forgot we had this little feature in our chat. Hey, Velma, what's a P8?
And then Velma's like, please take a moment to subscribe.
I was going to say,
Right.
don't get me started on Velma. We have a love-hate relationship.
She'll get there. She'll answer me. She knows what's good for her. See, there she is.
What do you guys all think about Velma so far? I released that update a little early. Just wondering if everyone likes it, finds it annoying. I think it's pretty useful, kind of entertaining this sometimes.
I joke, but to be honest, I think it's very entertaining.
Yeah. Keep her around for a little bit.
Absolutely. The things she says.
Swiller, we got two E737 wedge tails up right now.
Where are they at?
I'm not sure. I'm actually just
I know
seeing them on my
there's
tracking screen.
there's a couple up over in Australia, but none over Conus.
Where is this P8 hiding here? I see two P8s on my screen, but I don't see them on the map.
There's also a P8 that's up in Australia, maybe two.
Perfect. Everything's happening in Australia right now.
No, there's actually there is a P8 that's up over Louisiana, Natchez, near Brookhaven, Natchez, or is that Alabama? Louisiana, bro. You know, if Broken to Savage was here right now, she'd be able to tell me.
Right?
But this map doesn't have lines for the states, so maybe I don't know. I give up. Let me go to a different map. It'll tell me.
Over by that. Let's see. What else do we got? This K35R over here is on ground. I thought it was over by the E6, but I'm wrong. Got a Glex up. Two Glexes up. Some VIP planes. A question, Swiller. I keep on
Yes,
seeing
sir.
these VIP planes. I think they were C-30Js with the call sign like Team 5 or Team 10 or Team 12. Do we know anything about those?
No, but I can tell you right now, coming off the Western Atlantic is Rocco 12, 11, and 13.
I see them coming in.
Okay, earlier in the day, there was Team 14, 13, and 12. They were same flight pattern. So I'm thinking, I've seen Team being used for out off the West Coast when they've done the training down in the Baja.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that they are the state, whatever flight squadron that is. Like the other day, we were talking about how reach flights differentiate from flights with like call signs like right now there's a C-17 on the map with reach 199, but then also there's a C-17 over the West Coast called Blinder 27.
Yep.
And we know that Blinder 27 is the name of the squadron of that C-17. So normally when you're seeing like generic names, that represents, you know, those particular aircraft might have been out of in those cases Rocco's coming out of McGuire. I didn't
Okay.
see where Team was coming out of, but you know, Rocco is kind of an East Coast thing, right?
Yeah.
So I
Are
would
the
think that
team
that's
call signs new? It's something I just started noticing.
no. Hey, C-32B working the pattern at McGuire right now.
Nice.
Little spookaroony aircraft there.
Captain Chris X2G says, why the sunglasses? I have a few different reasons. One is my studio lights are quite bright. And two, I just enjoy them.
Yeah, for those of you guys that saw
Adds
my
some
last
flavor.
live, about a half hour into it, I was sitting there like this because the studio lights were so bright. So tonight we're going with some shades.
Our future's so
Just like,
bright.
oh, I was just gonna say it. Oh
I'm
no.
sorry, I beat you to it.
It's like saying bless you before someone sneezes.
Yeah. Plus, I like the vibe. You can't see Fried right now, but I'm sure she's got sunglasses on too.
Yes, I do. How'd you know?
Right?
Yep.
You said your little system there said that you have two P8s up?
Yes, Skyglass right now shows two P8s up right
I've
now.
got 5 P8s up over Conus right now.
Oh, this is also just my private watch list. So I'm probably missing a whole bunch of stuff. I could take us out of this mode, but
one over Oregon,
watching.
One over Idaho, one over Mississippi. Now that I got the right map, I could tell you that P8 I was looking at earlier was in Mississippi. And then one in Alabama and one in Western Florida.
Awesome. Nick Shed said the U.S. Air Force Stratotankers circling the UK last week. 3 out of 4 had same call signs.
Yeah, I bet you it
Thank you, Nick.
was QID. QID is typically what those call signs are out there. God, I've been watching this for way too long.
Right. Kiki, you always have the shades. Heck yeah. Speaking of Skyglass, some new updates to it. It's very powerful. I haven't used it in a while. I'm trying to get used to it again. This stuff does so much. You can see the NOTAMs on here. All this stuff. I bounce back between ADSB, thanks to Swiller, showing me a whole bunch of stuff over there on ADSB, making it even better for me. Flight Radar 24, and then Skyglass. Lots of cool stuff going on. Do you guys monitor P3s too? Yeah, we monitor quite a bit. I don't monitor the P3s as much, but they are awesome.
I do the ones that are out of San Diego and I do the ones that are out of Canada, but I'll tell you the ones that are out of Canada really only turn their transponders on when they're around the US border. The ones in San Diego, when you see them go off, or not San Diego, closer to Los Angeles, a little farther north, they one of the P3s is set up for missile testing, trajectory and speed analysis and all that. So I keep an eye up to see when those things are out. So maybe sometimes I can get an eye on weapons testing and whatnot.
All right, here we go. I'm going to turn off my personal filters and we're going to go P3, P8. I got that one R135 up. And there's 10 Ospreys up right now. We got one KC2, 6 K35Rs, 12 Apaches up. Wow, 12 Apaches. We got one Gulf. Leave him off. 3 Gulfs. One E3. I think that's just starting to take off. He wasn't on my watch list. Okay, I missed an E3. 6 C-17s, 10 C-130s. Swiller, are you seeing Alpha Echo 0443 off the East Coast?
Stand. Let me
It's
pop
only at
back
2,000
over.
feet.
No, I'm not seeing that.
That should be a E4, right? E752. I don't have those tags on here.
Oh, yeah. No, that's the C-32B, bro.
Oh, okay. So he's working the pattern. Okay.
Yeah.
Man, you spotted that quick.
I would have honestly, I would have just thought it was another 767. But when you do zoom in on ADSB and the icons become proportional to one another, you can see that the icon for the plane at 2,000 feet is slightly smaller than those 767s. So I was like, oh, maybe it's something else working the pattern, a P8, something. But last time I saw that plane, it was delivering some folks down south,
Mm-hmm. Dropping them off.
Must be working on their night rating.
Jack says Poland will be convening an emergency meeting of Poland's National Security Committee after a spat of explosions damaged railways. Man,
I hope they do something.
Yes, the meeting's set for tomorrow. So it's happening quick.
it's hard to figure out like where are things going to pop off next all at once. I mean, even for me, it's easy to forget what's going on even in the hot spots of Ukraine right now. I mean, Ukraine and Russia, don't forget, they are hammering each other right now.
You
They
know,
are
when I was looking
in a boxing match just hitting each other in the face. Go ahead.
when I was looking off to the side, I was like, I haven't opened up my Telegram in months, probably
Hmm.
2 months, and I'm like, I'm gonna open it and just to see if there's anything I can report on. Ukrainian Defense Forces carried out a series of strikes against key Russian energy and military facilities, including the Novokubaishevsk oil refinery in the Samara region. The refinery used to produce at least around 8.8 million tons of crude per year and produced 20 different types of fuel, including high grade jet fuel used by the Russian military. Explosions and a large fire recorded at the site, assessments of damage underway. Additionally, strikes hit a storage site for UAVs belonging to the Rubicon unit and a fuel transfer station located on the occupied territory in the Donetsk region. And I believe I saw a video of that, and man, that was a hell of a fireball.
A huge fireball. Um, Speaking of Ukraine and jets, Ukraine signed a deal with France for 100 Rafale jets. Did I say that right? Rafale jets?
Rafale.
Rafale. Okay. 100 jets. And then also, they're still begging the United States for the Tomahawk missiles to be released and shipped over there. Welcome in, Mama D. Good to see you. Always a great day to see Mama D.
Speaking of arms and things that blow stuff up, the U.S. Army has been awarded a $700 million firm fixed price contract to Raytheon for the procurement of NASAM's National Advanced Surface to Air Missile System. So that's a ground system that uses an AMRAAM missile as its anti air missile, to be delivered to Taiwan with an estimated contract completion date of February 28th, 2031.
Dang.
Thank you, the Defender Dome.
So you're talking about telegrams, Willard. Just in case people don't know, we have two new Telegram channels for War Watch Intel. We actually used to have ones a long time ago, but now we have a news only one, and then we have the intel that's shared here on the stream. Those are automatically kicked out to Telegram now, so you can find those on X. You can find those here on Discord, and then you can find those on Telegram. So wherever you like to get your news throughout the day or instant alerts, we're trying to be there for you. So if Telegram is your thing, just look up Warwatch Intel on those, and you should find them. Links are also on warwatchintel.com for all of those things I just said.
So here's one reason why I like Telegram, because they give you the whole story.
Mm-hmm.
In addition to a deal regarding the sale of F 35s and a security agreement with commitments similar to NATO's Article 5, so now we're defending Saudi Arabia against attack like we did with Israel and like we're supposed to do with Iran and like we're supposed to do with NATO. Okay. One of the other agreements that will reportedly be signed during tomorrow's meeting at the White House is going to be signed between DJT and MBS, is an
Okay.
agreement regarding cooperation in the field of civil nuclear development. We're giving the Saudis nukes.
Interesting. Interesting. That having the Saudis back at the White House after the journalist who was slain was kind of questionable to some people. Speaking of nukes, a Russian company says construction of Iran's Bujir nuclear power plant, units 2 and 3 in Iran, are right on schedule with two 1,000 reactors being built and 3,000 specialists actively working on the project. So, nuclear enrichment and power plants still going on in Iran. Jack Horicon. I
I'm
thought it was a satire article, but it's not. Go ahead,
I was
Fry.
just gonna say, wow, I had to read that a couple times to understand what that was. That is
The
ironic.
the nukes in Saudi Arabia.
No, Jack's comment about a man, JD Vance.
Let's see here.
Michigan man, JD Vance, sentenced.
Oh, go ahead and read it for everyone. I
Michigan man,
completely
JD Vance, sentenced to 2 years for threatening Trump and JD Vance. I
man.
agree. I thought that was satire, but nope.
What what a time to be alive right now.
I was just gonna say, God, this timeline is amazing.
We somehow got. I blame CERN, um, the particle accelerator. We are on the weirdest timeline right now. The Berenstein Bears are actually the Bernstein Bears. Is that how it goes?
That
We're in
is
that.
so wrong, but
We're
yes,
in that
that is
timeline.
right. Yes,
The same timeline as the Fruit of the Loom. Didn't have the cornucopia.
but
We're
it
living
did.
in that. It did. We're living in that timeline right now.
What do they call that again? The
The cornucopia.
no, the effect.
Oh,
Butterfly effect?
No,
no.
no,
Starts
no.
with an M.
Yes,
Mandela. The Mandela
yes,
effect.
it is. Yes, crazy.
Super crazy. We are on the odd timeline. We're in the very interesting timeline. I forgot who it was. I'm sorry. I'm not scrolling up. Oh, here it goes. Um, Williams up says Venezuela is a nothing burger. That's what my gut says. But why do we have like 15% of our Navy down there? It's
Um,
just a weird situation altogether.
Somebody else in the chat made a good point, and I'm going to open up a map just to see something real quick here.
We have so much forces down there. We have people all around the Panama Canal, Puerto Rico. I mean, we opened up two new bases or reopened up two bases over there. We had one other country in the region tell us, no, we can't open up a Navy base there, which we've been looking to for a while. What's really going on? I mean, we have forces all over to ready to pounce on the area. Is it because Maduro doesn't want to play ball for oil? Is it something more? Is it actually the drugs? There is an island I was reading about today. I don't know if I'm able to see it here. There's a small island. It's called like the Pearl. It's actually, I think it's one of these islands. That's actually where a lot of the scanning is going on, and a lot of the cartel activity is this one island. It's not like proper Venezuela, but we'll see. I'll get the name of that island. Sorry, I'm like zooming all the way around the map here. These are resources, and Russia, China, and Iran can use it strategically. Yeah, I was wondering if we were getting there before they did, or we caught wind that they were going to um, use some of the resources over there or do some trades, and we thought we would surround the place. Maybe it's just it's a weird one. And then meanwhile, Russia was like, "Hey, we'll use Venezuela kind of like you're using Ukraine. We'll feed them defenses, info, intel, artillery, missiles, you name it. The alien, Venezuela is allied with Russia, right? Probably about the oil preventing another Cuban Missile Crisis. I mean, I understand that.
It's almost a straight shot across. Somebody mentioned in chat earlier, could this all be staging for Nigeria? And it's pretty much a straight shot across the ocean. The problem is with doing African activities
Mm-hmm.
is that we, like you said, we don't have a lot over there. And I mean, you'd have to fly over a lot of other countries' airspace to get to Nigeria, that we don't have a footprint in. I think, and we don't have a footprint in Western Africa at all. In any of the nations, I think Eastern Africa is the only place that we have really any assets. So it is a straight shot right across the ocean
Yeah.
from there. Um, the only island that they can really use as kind of like a jumping off point would be Ascension Island out in the
Diego
middle of the.
Garcia.
No, Diego Garcia's in the Indian Ocean,
Oh, yeah. I
way,
was thinking wrong
way far
island.
away. I mean,
We don't have a great place.
it's as far away as where a sailing off point from Venezuela would be, but
Yeah.
at least with Ascension Island, we and the Brits have a foothold there. So, but there's no major port in Ascension Island. Everything has to be aired in.
Shoshana
So,
says Venezuela is about oil, nothing else. The president of peace wants to overthrow a country to steal their resources. On paper, I'll tell you what doesn't look good. What doesn't look great is, or maybe it does, I'm not sure. Venezuela, some of the largest reserves of oil on the planet, right? Some people say it's oil that needs more processing. It's harder to get. It's dirty, something like that. I don't know anything about that. Two, our friends over there in Africa who are hurting Christians that we might be heading over there to save, that country is the largest oil producer in Africa. Doesn't look great. I don't know. It makes you go, I'm not saying that's what it is, but it's something to at least think about. Victor says, no, it's a lot more than oil. We can't even use their oil. I've heard that. I don't know much about oil. It's the wrong kind of oil, though, Blind Dog says.
So there is sweet crude.
Okay. I didn't know we had sweet crude.
So there's light sweet crude is what we like to produce our gas from here in America. But
It's good for our gas tanks, is that what you're saying?
You can have sour crude, which has higher percentage of sulfur. I'm going to get a better answer here. So there's light crude oil, which flows easy, highly volatile, yields high value products like gasoline and jet fuel. And then there's medium crude, which just requires some more refining. And then there's heavy crude, which is thick and viscous, and it produces like residual fuels and asphalt and whatnot. And then there's extra heavy crude, which is like tar sands, like the La Brea tar pit would be between heavy and whatnot. So like Iran, for instance, they have sour crude. I think they have medium sour. Yeah. So we even if Iran sold oil, they couldn't sell any to us. So what would have to happen is it would be like a three-way basketball trade, or like a hockey trade between three teams, right? It would be the same kind of thing where if we could get sweet crude from somebody who they can sell the medium stuff to, then we can in theory, be buying their crude oil. But that's, just depends on how you want to look at how that goes.
Little did I know that this oil comes in different flavors like our beer. I had no clue. I'm learning so much. The more you know. Blind Dog says the Africa oil can be used direct. Okay.
It says that Venezuela crude oil is predominantly extra heavy and sour. So it's got a bunch of content. It's got a bunch of sulfur in it, and it's thick. Venezuelan heavy crude is good for producing asphalt, lubricants, and residual fuel
That makes
oil.
sense. Okay, so some of these are for manufacturing and some of these are for like cars, unless it's heavily processed. Is the gist that I'm getting. I'm learning so much tonight, folks.
And
They
then
also want a
asking
regime
it,
change.
what type of oil does Nigeria have? Nigeria's crude oil is predominantly light and sweet.
Yeah, that's what Blind Dog just said.
How about Iran? And it says about Iran that Iran's is generally medium to heavy sour.
Let me know in chat if you knew about this about oil. I had no clue. No
So
clue
now I'm
at
going to
all.
ask it, how about Iraq? Iraq, generally medium to heavy and sour.
Interesting. Victor says it's positioning for World War III. We need to lock down resources and establish security in our neighborhood before we move everything to the Pacific. Don't forget about Greenland. We're going to see more to come on Greenland as being a strategic foothold as well. Kiki says Nigeria has rare earth minerals. Man, Ukraine now owes us a lot of rare earth minerals, a lot of rare earth minerals in Venezuela as well. A lot of these are going to go to the processors, the AI, batteries. Man, what a time to be alive. Thanks, Tim. Fry, did you know anything about the light, medium, dark, heavy, chunky oil?
No, I didn't actually. And there's a lot of things I don't know about, but
Same.
I guess that makes sense, but yet it doesn't. So
We need
the
that.
more you know, the
The
more
gift,
you know.
the more you know.
Yep.
You can have Greenland. I, as a Dane, have decided that alone. Hey, thank you so much. Appreciate the gift. Greenland seems to be a good strategic point. Something Russia and China are also very interested in Greenland. So we are trying to, as in the U.S., trying to get that foothold before they do. Blind Dog says if the U.S. needs resource, they should take Greenland 100%. It wasn't just about the resources. It was about the positioning as well. Something very important about the positioning there. We're looking for large amounts of lithium. Interesting.
We found a bunch here. California has a bunch of lithium
Really?
on a very newly discovered patch that's supposed to be pretty big. And I think they just discovered a new batch of lithium in either Utah or Colorado. What I want to know is, where's the gold? Where can I find copious
China.
amounts of gold?
China's
Because
found too.
Actually, and Venezuela, guys.
Really?
Yes.
yeah,
So they have um quite a few different resources and minerals and things like that. And that has been a hot topic for a lot of countries with this administration. And I find it interesting that Venezuela does not only sit on oil, but a lot of other things too.
They're literally sitting on a gold mine.
Literally, who knew?
So let me know what you think of this. Why the sudden push for taking other people's or buying up all of the resources right now? Is there something coming that we don't know about? Is it just what we do? Is it a strategic resource that we need before something happens,
I
some
think we got
event.
s- I think we got so far behind China and Russia in Africa and how important African minerals are,
Hmm.
that we're just down right now. So might as well go down.
Part
Um,
of it AI
very well could be. I mean, hell, Bill Gates is developing a new nuclear reactor. Meta bought a nuclear power plant
here in
so they can
Wyoming.
disconnect it from the grid and use it to only power that data center.
Hmm. You know, some of those new data centers they're putting in the water, like underwater
Yeah,
for
Microsoft
cooling in
has,
space. Yeah.
I mean, the infinite cooling. But think about
Yep.
this. Like, so right now, one of the biggest things that's threatening us is the flow, the currents of the oceans, and how certain currents are slowing down because the ocean is warming. If you're using the cool ocean water to evaporatively cool,
Hmm.
that data center, then those warm water molecules have to go somewhere, and they're going to warm the friggin' water, which is going to accelerate global warming, if you
Hey,
believe.
AI will be okay. AI will enjoy that climate.
Yeah.
Dale Walker
Once there's
says
no more,
war is around the corner. Go ahead, Swiller.
once there's 10% of the human population here, as far as it goes, AI will realize it doesn't need to be as much oxygen, and you know, say la vie.
So, what are our top 3 places to watch for stuff to hit the fan right now? I would say still Ukraine. Shoshana, do you think Israel is at a lower state of readiness right now? Venezuela is definitely something we're watching, even though it feels off. Hmm. Japan, China, I don't think that'll spark off anytime soon. I hope not.
Saber rattling there.
Yeah.
China, Taiwan, 20 by 2027. I'm really thinking October 2026 if it's going to happen. Right before the midterms.
Mm-hmm. P8 just popped up in northern Washington.
I agree with you there, Kenny.
Kenny says war started a while ago. It's asymmetrical. I would agree with that too. Pakistan, yeah, that's a good one. Don't don't lose sight of Pakistan, India for sure.
For sure.
Venezuela, Poland, China. It's a good 3.
Man,
I'm.
Frost,
Go ahead.
we got 83 folks watching, 72 likes on the stream so far tonight. Really appreciate the support tonight, guys. Thank you very much. Make sure you hit that subscribe, like, share, bell notification icon. Check us out on Discord.
Well, folks, I was hoping to hear some more EAMs. They were really rolling in until we went live. That was, like Swiller said, really nice of them to stop it just for a few minutes while we could go live. But sometimes I like to listen on the stream. So if you're
Agreed.
in Andrews at Mainsail, give us a shout. Give us an EAM. Um, the alien, you got it. Someone just blew up a railway in Poland. Yeah, I wonder who's behind that. If it was internal or if that one, it was early fingers being pointed at Russia, but we'll see. More to follow on that. Swiller, Fry, do you have anything else before I restart this stream and get the Warwatch TV back up and going?
No, sir.
No, not at all.
I know we all have family things to do. I got hockey in the morning. Um, and so these EIMs hopefully can start coming back in for all the entertainment purposes. false flag or the Russians? False flag, that's a big one. Like I was saying earlier, with everything going on in the U.S. news cycle, I would bet we see a large event distraction, especially having to do with these e-files, possibly. That's just a gut feeling. I'm not sure. Could just all be a psyop. Unknown. Well, folks, I think we'll wrap it up right there at our hour mark. Thank you, everyone who tuned in, chatted here. Swiller, thank you so much for joining us. Fried, it's your first one. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Fried did a good job.
Absolutely. Thanks for
Give
letting
Fried
me.
the golf clap. Absolutely awesome having Fried here tonight.
Yep. Need someone else to listen to other than Swiller and myself. It's good to have a third person in here.
Yep.
Well, everyone, we'll see you here in chat as soon as I restart the stream. We're going to restart Warwatch TV, and we'll have that up here in just a few minutes. So, everyone, take care, and good night. We'll see you.